Alrighty, testing. Oh, just getting the stream set up. Don't mind me. There we go. There we are. Now we can see. Huzzah! Oop, too much, too little. Alrighty. Get all situated. Double check things. That's good. Just wait for people to file into the chat. Alrighty, get everything set up. Just need to pull up my reference images. Welcome, guys. Welcome. So today we're doing another painting stream. Again, a little tiny piece. I just finished the rough line work for today. Let me double check that the sound is working. Let me check. Yep, it's working. Excellent. So again, today we're doing like another like a Blicktober, as it were, theme. Blick had like the Blick near me had a prompt list, and today we're doing their tropical prompts. And I thought, what's more Florida, what's more tropical than a lot of our tropical birds? So I know the composition's a little wonk, the perspective's a bit off, but I don't care at the moment. So I'm gonna use my little Daniel Smith watercolor that I got fairly recently, just to like, you know, test it out. I've used it a little bit before, but I wanted to try and like use something that I got at Blick for this challenge, you know? So, yeah. Just pull up the photos, make sure I have all the paints. I need white, frick. Okay, I can cheat a little and use like a gouache. I need to get some Daniel Smith white, rip. Gouache I also got at a Blick, but I didn't feel like mixing together colors quite from scratch. Just cause, yeah, no, did not. Just put a teensy bit of white there, and I'll put more if I need. It's the Holbein gouache. Let me just double check, pull up my analytics, make sure everything's going right. Not the stats I need. Dude, there we go. Perfect. Oh, hello! Hello, Jello Sketch. Welcome! So as I was saying today, just a moment ago, we're doing like the Blicktober challenge. The local Blick had like a little prompt list. I don't know if they put it on their website, but I know among like the employees they had one, and I picked the word tropical for today, and I was thinking, what's more tropical than Florida tropical birds? So I just quickly threw together a little composition, testing out little Daniel Smith watercolors that I got at Blick, you know, that I haven't really used much, so yeah. And then I can maybe talk about bird facts, if I remember them right. I think I'm probably going to start off on the spoonbill. They kind of look like that, the rosy spoonbill. A lot of these birds are endangered, which is rip them, I suppose. Maybe I will use a bit of the Holbein, actually, because I do need that, like, bright, bright pink. Boop, just a touch. So spoonbills especially, they're bright, they're pink, they've got a spoon for a bill. It's in the name. What kind of pick does this make, Whitney? Kinda, yeah. You can vibe with this pink. So, yee. Ooh, that's a nice pink. Yeah, a lot of these. I remember spoonbirds and the other bird that we're doing today, the Scarlet Ibis, went nearly extinct back in, like, I think the 1800s. Don't quote me on the time period. Because, you know, hats, big hats were all in fashion back then. And, you know, they had to have feathers in their hats. So a lot of the time they wanted these bright pink, bright red feathers. So the spoonbills and the Scarlet Ibises were hunted near to extinction for their feathers until, like, eventually the trends kind of fell out of fashion and such. Whether they were because the birds were, like, overhunted or not, or simply because, you know, fashion is fickle that way. Lucky for them. So they are protected, and people don't like birds in their hats anymore. Yeah, so. But they're a lot rarer. I think, too, that their pigment, naturally, is less and less common, which I think is interesting. Like, they're turning more and more white, so you might see a spoonbill, but we won't see the pink one. Or you might see an ibis, but it's not going to be scarlet like it used to be. Which I think is pretty cool. It's probably because of the overhunting that gene for the bright colors was made more and more rare and gradually selectively bred out by accident. You know, survival of the fittest, all that jazz. So that's probably why now more and more there are more grays and whites and less this bright, vivid pink that used to be very common to see in this sort of bird. I guess we're doing a gouache watercolor piece. Alrighty. Yee. So, yeah. I don't know. I like a lot of the facts. I had one of my family members used to tour guide a bit, so I know a lot of the facts that they had off the top of my head. Also, because I'm just a huge nature nerd, which is why I know a lot of these facts. So, yeah. If you have your own facts or questions about birds or Florida species in particular, just let me know. I know they're quite fascinating. Dude, that's too red. I need some orange. Yellow. Help. Oop, now that's too yellow. Uh-oh. Some more red. I just need that, like, reddish orange vibes. Nope. Needs more pink. Touch more yellow. You know what? I think this is just becoming a gouache piece. Yep. Can't stop me. Need that vividness. Vivid. nice red. That is a nice red. And then a touch of white. Doot, 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 doot. Bit more pink. Maybe a bit more red. No, that's not gonna work. Ah. To get that like bright sort of pink neonness. Maybe if I do a bit of this. Rip. Oh, that's actually more what I need. I guess a hint of blue. No, but still not enough. It's much closer to what I need. I need more white. I mixed up the color. No. It's a nice thing about gouache. You can kind of go over your mistakes. Goodbye, mistakes. See you another day. Oh, this is way too yellow. Just gonna see if I can't lift that nonsense up. Okay, let's try with this. Touch of that. Or this. Or this. More pink, more red. Okay, a hint of white. More red. More red. Yep. I think that's as close to the color as we're gonna get. I guess we should really just let it dry, which is sad. Aha. Is it still recording, I wonder? Sorry, looks like I'm having technical difficulties. Woo! Let me double check something. No, it's still going. Okay, good. Just my computer's lying to me, being like, oh, I can't record. There's errors. Ooh. Lies, all of it. Just my computer bitching. It's like, you please let me have some more hard drive space. You have to get rid of some files eventually. And I'm like, that's future Office problem. So one day it just might quit. But not today. Damn, I really like how this texture's coming along. the gouache. Can you really layer up? I've been sleeping on gouache, clearly. Like this is nice. Nice and juicy, the colors, all that layering. Let's see if I can't get back to that nice hot pink. That maybe. Oh yeah, this is not quite it, but close as we're gonna get. Yep. Okay. Do some more white. Too white. It's kind of glarish. Hopefully it'll look better once it's cleaned up. Let me sum up this to get that. Just a tiny smidge. And I need a bit of that. Oh, he's not pink on his neck. Uh-oh. And that's too pink. Needs some more white over here. Please don't bleed too much. I will say it's kind of fascinating how like a term like bleed has different connotations, like in the medical field. Oh no, the person's bleeding. In cards, if I can see the cards in your hand, you're bleeding. If the paint is flowing in a way I don't like, or maybe how I like, it's bleeding. It's interesting. Language. It to be lighter. Lighter. It's getting there. Bead of feathers. It's already looking pretty good, I'd say, for such a tiny painting. Maybe need a little bit of blue and a tiny bit of yellow. Maybe that's too ick a color. No. Oh well, mistakes. Mistakes are being made. Okay, we kind of got a weird brown color. Not quite the Payne's gray I was hoping for. Maybe a little bit blue. Oh my god, I gotta break up the gouache blue. No, that's a bit better. Some more Payne's gray. little bit of this gray for his beak. Little spoon beak. Ah. It's got a cute little eyeball. And a little bit of that. I think I need some more brown. So I guess a bit more pink. Or it's magenta, that's the word. More of like the reddish hue, just a touch for here. It's a good bird, good horde. And then a bit of gray for his beak. Oh, that's a bit too gray. But I'll lighten it as we go. Yep, more white is needed. White. And just a little of ruffling, detailing the little ruffly feathers on his neck. Doop, doop, doop. Doot. Just really going a bit darker than I need to, just so I can lighten it up in a second. Ooh, that's too much. Then we go in with the white. Try to lighten this the heck up. Forgot how much I love gouache. Every time I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of like gouache, but I'm like always a watercolorist at heart. No, I'm a gouache person at heart. Even before I knew what gouache was, everyone's like, Rafa, please, for the love of all that is holy, just use gouache, child. You'll thank us later. But I was stubborn. Nope. I'm good. I don't need gouache, whatever that is. I did. Just because I work dark to light so often. Bill. Spoonbill. Gonna need my gray. Quite what I need. You know what? We're going for it. We're putting a tiny smudge of cyan. That's not tiny, but okay, we'll live. Oh, I need to muddy that cyan down a bit. Muddy. That's too green. Or red. Or blue. Realize you can't even see like my palette. There we go. Please, it's better. More blue. More blue. Oh, I need white. I'm a dumbass. More blue. That's it. Damn, this, what is it? Holbein gouache is thick. It's like working in acrylic, but better. Because I could blend it better. I don't know, watercolor. Truly, gouache is the best medium. Best boy. To be fair, I can't really speak because I haven't tried oil correctly. I tried, kind of, and it was a disaster. So, I need to probably take, like, lessons, you know. And we just gotta outline his face. His cute little bird face. Just to get that nice contrast. Damn. That's already looking so good. What? What even is going on with this bird? This is so nice. What? Okay, now it's not as thick as I want. What the heck? Come on. Obey my will, please. Already looking pretty chic. Gonna go back to working with the pinks. More cyan, more pink, more white. It's constant mixing, just like almost a battle. Just a bit of this, a bit of that. It's almost like alchemy. Then we put in a pinch of this and a pinch of that. And what's all color? Honestly, that's all color theory is. Improv. Lots and lots of improv. Or white. Okay, it's just not as bright as I need. Frick. Really are just winging it. Heck, I didn't even realize the puns I'm making. Someone I live with is a terrible influence on that front. Some more white, and a bit of this. And a bit of that. And a bit of this. more of this. More yellow. Bit more white. Yeah, that's good enough, I think. Nope, needs more yellow. It's not as vivid as I want it quite yet. Oh well. What'll do for these underfeathers, so there's that. Just that one patch of really bright pink. It's like so close and yet so far. There. Bit more of that. Yeah, it's really just going back and forth, and that's really the problem a lot of us artists have. It's like, oh, I could just one more thing, and oh no, now I need to fix this thing, and it's like we struggle with when is enough enough. That is too dark. Yep, and then balancing value and stuff is a struggle. I need this to be more white. The color. It's too deep, it's too rich, too luscious. That's a bit better. It's better too. This. Yeah, just I do like wings. They're really cool. They're almost like math. They just make sense to me, like my brain. Unlike how in the way that English grammar never made sense because it's always had too many exceptions to rules. Feathers just follow this like formula almost, which is pretty fun. I know it probably sounds quite silly now that I say it out loud. Yeah, it's honestly painting. It's all shapes, just colors. That's it. I still think it's coming out pretty well. I need detail here and here, and a bit of that. This is too pink, and I need more white, but I figure I'll do that later when I can do the contrast. Get those values in first, and then I'll lighten it up. That's the nice thing about gouache. If you don't like it, you can always lighten it. Dark to light. Just amazing. Ooh, it's too dark. Now, for a heck ton of white. I swear, if you had just the sound transcript, it probably wouldn't sound very good. But I swear, this is art terms, nothing else. And it's funny, because whenever I was reading like tutorials for watercolor, they'd always be like, I never use white watercolor. And I was like, F you then, I love white. It's the best bit. It helps add the details and just lighten everything up in ways you can't. They're like, no, you must use the natural white of the cut of the paper. So it's like, aw. But yeah, that's why gouache is different. It's nice though. And then do this. This, that. I need to blend that more. That's coming out almost too white now. It needs to be pink. No. Oh well. I'll go back in with it later. Need to blend it. It's coming along, it's coming along. Slowly. And now I need to go in and mix it. Nope, too much liquid. Just dry brush blend it and pray. It's getting a lot better, a lot better. More of this. Just go here. And I need that, like, to be pink, maybe just straight red. No, I might be just seeing it as too pink. It needs to be, like, lighter. Will white help? No, not really. Ruined it. Frick. Is that color? Sometimes I just wish I had the drop tool. It's like a slight rose, hint yellow. touch more yellow. Maybe to make that like glowy pink effect, I just need to take some paint out the middle. Do. Do, do. Do, do, do. Not quite. Sounds like a blue that's good. Let's try this. It's too dark. No. Needs to be lighter. Nope, needs more pink. Mm-mm. Just some more white. Oh, thank you. Yeah, sorry, I just saw the chat. Oh, my bad. I was so in the feathers, the enthrall. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do just watercolor, and then no, I do not have the right. I need that pinkness that you can only attain with cyan. So the only cyan I have is gouache. So such is life. Nothing much new. Birds, D&D. No, not much to report on this front. How about you guys? How are you guys doing? Anything new with y'all? Doot. A great anime? What anime are you watching? It's been a while since I've like really invested in like any anime. So there's like a really cool YouTuber called like Glass Reflections who did really like thorough reviews that I always liked, but I haven't watched him in a while. I probably should. And I'm probably overworking this bird, so we shall soon cease. No, it's too pink. Up Psycho, Chainsaw Man. Yeah, I need to watch all those. I'm familiar with them purely because I used to be a bookseller, and that was some of the popular titles. This is not quite what I need. A bit more white. Yeah, I've started reading Chainsaw Man, but I had not yet finished it. This is too blue. More gray. Here we're like one Chainsaw Man, there's like demon dogs and such, which is pretty neat. Just demons and such. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to read that, and I hear there's like, I guess they call it like espers in Japan, ESPers, like psychic folk and spy family, which I've always been a fan of those. Love Psycho, so sweet, Chainsaw Man can be a bit much. Yeah. But is it as over the top as like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or like more or less? Because I know that one was really like dramatic, at least from the clips that I had seen. I hadn't like gotten into watching that one quite yet. It's a good bird so far. Yeah. Now I think I've been watching, I guess it counts as an anime, what is it? Edge Runners or something on Netflix, which has been pretty fun. Pretty graphic, so for my younger viewers, maybe not for you. But still, it's pretty interesting premise. I'll give you that. Nope, too green. Need more blue. Still too green. What am I doing? I need a bit of this, a bit of that. Too much. More white. That's clear. Yeah, that's it. Nope. More blue. Just a bit more from Blind than Chainsaw Man. Bit mean-spirited, but yeah. Nah, Edge Runner's good. A lot of blood, a lot of like... It's definitely a rated R kind of film. Or TV series, my bad. But it's good. It's got a good animation, I think. Interesting premise. It's like the future dystopia, sci-fi, cyberpunk kind of vibes. Which is, I don't often watch those sort of shows, but it's really good. It's piqued my interest. My interest is piqued. Still like sad that I blew through all of Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That stuff's good. I do hope they continue the series. I watched the film, tears. So much angst. And you know, we just love some good angst in this household. You love us some angst. I'm kind of worried, like, the amount of like angst themed like fiction that I read. I'm like, is this a habit? Is this a trend? Do I just live off of that? Do I just feed off of angst? Is this what this is? So I don't know what that says about me, but that's something for my therapist to analyze. Yeah, I don't know, I read a bit. I've been reading a lot more lately, which is cool. So mostly on my phone though, to my dismay. They need season 2. They do have season 2 of the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's just not on Netflix. I think it's like it's on Prime, but only under the Paramount subscription, which is cringe. Or you can buy it on Prime. So, you know, maybe I saw it otherwise, elsewhere, for legal reasons, a joke. So, but it was good. The film's on Netflix. That's good. That was really good. Like the animation, they really poured their heart and soul into that. I'm just sad. Like, why did they pause it? I don't know. Why did Nickelodeon even like shorten the amount of runtime season 2 had? I do not understand. It's good. Is it like an Owl House situation? I don't know. The world may never know. is. Or purple. Maybe, yeah, that's it. That's the big color. I think. It's a bit green, but whatever. We're vibing. We're vibing. Yeah. I didn't know that there was a season 2, so I just hopped right into the film, and they're like, yeah, we defeated, insert villain that just appeared at the end of season 1, and I'm like, I'm missing something. And I did some research. I'm like, oh, there's a season 2. So, I mean, Kiss Cartoon's always there, but that takes serious patience to watch because it is overrun by all those like ads and pop-ups that are annoying. Oh well. So I found some there's some knockoff sites of Kiss Cartoon that are pretty okay, like Kim Cartoon or something, and they have it with still the stupid pop-ups, but they're less bad there. I know. And now some of you might be like, but Rafa, that's technically piracy, eh? I'm Dutch. We endorse piracy. Watch cartoons online? Oh, I haven't heard of that one. It just seems like such an obvious URL or title. No, but as a Dutch person, we endorse piracy. The country of the Netherlands was liberated from. We earned our independence from Spain through piracy. We just robbed Spain until they're like, okay, y'all are too expensive. Be free. Go get out of here. And also, from an ecological standpoint, piracy is a necessary evil. I mean, for legal reasons, a joke. But, in this world where there's more, less and less competition between, Hulu and Netflix and Amazon, and they're all kind of just becoming one mega corporation or something, or they make deals with each other hey, let's charge X amount of money, let's do whatever we like. There's no competition, there's no backlash. And, in an ecosystem, there needs to be a healthy amount of competition for, a healthy environment. So, and piracy, all that does is it puts in an element of competition, that can't be bought out, that can't be snuffed out. There will always be pirates, So, and I think it's a healthy part of the internet ecosystem, If the big companies don't like that, well then they can just, make it better to watch through their sites instead of being overpriced or silly, So they have to maintain as if there was an actual competitor. Watch cartoons under different domain. Also, streaming sites can learn things. Yeah, they can. They can learn a thing or two. They can be like, maybe not. Maybe we should chill. Maybe not. Let's not cancel a cartoon. Let's not delete whole archives. I'm just throwing mad shade. It's fine. It's I remember those ads in the 90s where it's you wouldn't download a car, would you? And you're like, yes, I absolutely would. And now, with the invention of 3D tech, I would. So, I don't know. We stand pirates here. Morally gray? Yep. That's us. Again, because I know probably the FBI is watching. Legal reasons, a joke. Rip Infinity Train, Owl House, all the good shows get the axe. It's annoying. And then only the shows that they want you to watch, like Lord of the Rings or... Well, not Lord of the Rings. I shan't slander its name. The Rings of Power, or the new... I don't know, insert new show that everyone's watching but isn't watching here. It's kind of like how Barnes & Nobles used to work, where publishers would pay Barnes & Nobles to put... X, hey, we will pay you for that shelf space, so put our books there. And Barnes & Nobles would do that, so the people weren't exactly choosing what to get, but the companies were basically just paying for space where basically paying for us to consume X or Y or Z that they wanted, rather than, you know, having us, you know, buyers or consumers purchase things or choose like what we actually wanted based on like quality and whatnot. So, and that's just a really huge problem these days. It's kind of annoying. Like, let the people choose. Where is our democracy? But alas, it is not so. We live in a dystopia. There are worse dystopias, don't get me wrong. So, and now we're gonna do the little blue guy. Little blue boy. And I need to clear this yellow off. Get off. Red, go away. I don't need orange, I need bright, pure yellow. There, good enough. Oh, not good enough. It's too yellow. I need that bright yellow. Oh well, that's good enough. Nope, I changed my mind. Not good enough. That's good enough. Oh yeah, food companies with the shelves. Can you really only find Infinity Train on, like, sketchy sites? That's weird. You'd think, like, hey, give us money. But no. Like, the only reason, like, I've seen shows, not be on a service, like, say, Disney or something, is if, like, well, that people have agreed with, is if, like, they're, you know, morally sketch, like, I think Song of the South or whatever. But, yeah, a lot of companies for some reason are like, this doesn't fit what I like, so it's getting the axe forever, and y'all can't stop me. And that's where pirates are heroes. You know, pirates, they stand up for the little guys. So. Honestly, like, piracy and all that jazz, it really is just, it's the American way. Like, our whole shtick was, we don't want to pay taxes, fuck you England, we are becoming independent. Yeah, no, that's cringe. I hate that too, with like the Owl House. Like, if you're gonna axe the show, let them take the show somewhere else. But no, it's gonna be like, nope, all the content is still ours, you can't do anything with it. And I just, one thing that makes me super mad is just like the way that they kill stories like that. Like, personally, I'd say, hey, let's have that story go by any means necessary for it to be, like, finished. You know? Have that story told by any means necessary. Like, okay, you don't want the show? Flip it, goodbye. So honestly, if I ever, like, got popular enough that anime stories would be a show, I'd probably make sure to be in the contract like, hey, you want to cancel the show? I have the right to take that show elsewhere. F you. Go away. You want to keep the rights, you have to keep going on with the show. I own everything. Honestly, yeah, you can't give your stuff away, ever. Because people just don't care. Mostly companies don't care. Which is cringe. It's also cringe, like, I never understood, like, why can companies vote as if they're people? They're not people. They're made of people, but those people should vote. Not the big companies. That's just silly. That's just, I don't know. People are strange. Doot doot doot. Bird. Oh no, I hope he doesn't clash too much. He's gonna have a little bit of grey, I think. Oh well. Oh. I need more red. Bit of pink maybe? Get that nice deep blue. That's better. It's almost black. I need to make a Payne's grey. It's such a pain. And yes, there will be puns. I am sorry. I can't stop it. I cannot help it. My significant other has rubbed off on me on the way. He tells too many puns. He cannot be stopped. more purple. Doot. I must say, these brushes I got, they're like the Raphael brush is what they're called. With the gouache. Chef's kiss. So smooth. Puns are fun. I generally just don't understand why people like groan when there's like puns and they pretend to hate it even though they're like smiling and they secretly love it. Like, why? Why is it painful? I do not understand. Is it because it's like obvious or something? I don't understand. Humans are strange. Humans are quite weird. Well, speaking of, I saw there was like a study or something about how normal, neurotypical people who perceive people with autism but don't know they have autism, they see them as like kind of strange or like uncanny, like autism is the uncanny valley, and they'll treat them kind of a little differently, like kind of sus. But if they know they have autism, they'll treat them more favorably, which I thought was interesting, and I'm like, oh, I knew it all along. We're secretly the changelings of the world. We're like that thematic other that you often see in like stories. It's just the autism. That's all it ever was. Fairies? Right here. Look no further. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle? Or whatever his name was? They existed all along. They were just his fellow man. It just makes so much sense. If you look at like Fae lore, where they like have trouble lying, or they're very literal. Autism, my dude. Bird. How dare they not respect the Fae? Yeah, right? We're Fae. Ireland, they respect the mad hell out of them. They're just... But sometimes to the other side, where it's like, you're Fae, I'm not talking to you ever, you're scary. Huh. Don't kill me, here's some milk. Just like, okay, fam, it's chill. So, it makes sense. It's also interesting how, like, a lot of stories and mythology, they have, like, natural explanation and origins, if you just, like, listen and look. Like, I think, I thought it was Easter Island or something. Like, the people are like, how did these massive heads get here? And the people are like, oh, they walked. And the like, researchers like, ha ha ha, yeah, right. Silly natives with your silly little stories. And then they found out, like, years later that there's, like, a technique with moving them with, like, ropes and such that mimics, it looks like they're kind of walking the statues, and they're like, oh, that's what they meant. And it's just impressive how, like, a lot of cultures' oral history will preserve, like, the essence of what actually happened, and they don't get enough credit, honestly, for as, like, an accurate story source, or, like you can get first-person accounts centuries later, and I think that's really neat. I'm just a nerd. At this point, it's... Sorry, not sorry. Need more blue. And almost a green. It's kind of close. But it's too light. I'll have to darken it. Ah! I'm just screaming. Into the void. More white. Gray this a lot. Make it gray-ish. Yeah, we're gonna have to use a lot of gray and white to fix this. Yep. Now it looks kind of like a weird chicken. Nature. Everything's a chicken if you look hard enough. That is too gray. Just me squinting angrily at a painting. That's the expression, I'm sure. Yep. Now it's too red. Why? When your palette betrays you. How could you? I trusted you. And that's too gray, but we'll fix it later. And that's not blending like it should. Oh well. That's a bit better. No, no. I take that back. Just betraying me again. It used to be this way. Meanwhile, weebs just simp and cry. Nerds have stories to tell. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Simp and cry about what, though? That's the question. No, my phone, it's dying. I need more power. Yeah. I know a good few weebs who don't just sit and cry, they tell some decent stories too. That's better. Now we're not on the brink of death. Or near the brink of death. Bird. These birds are so silly sometimes. This is gonna be strange. And I need a bit of this. Gonna make pains gray, cause it's a pain. Not quite. Or this. Yeah, that's about right. I have made black using all the colors. Wow. Science. Color theory. Amazing. Ah. Bird, no. Don't leave. Depends on waifu's skills. Yeah. No, I feel the sub versus dub war every day. Because of the dyslexia I have, I kind of prefer dubs, so I can actually enjoy like the art while still understanding what's going on. I mean, I can do subs, it's just only for like simple shows, like Dragon Ball, where they're just yelling and punching, and there's not like much dialogue anyways. Meanwhile, my significant other is like religiously a subs kind of person. Like, it must be true to its original content. And like, I get it. A lot of times the dubs do not do the show justice, especially the older stuff. But still, it's hard to like read and look at like something like Death Note. It's really hard to do the sub for me, just because like I'm trying to look at the cool art, but also read what's going on, and oh my goodness, it's so complex, and the back and forth, I need to chill. It's just really taxing, and the last thing I want to do when I come home and watch a show is tax my brain, just trying to read and look at all the shiny and have to pause and then re-watch a scene, and that's no fun for anybody. Or Payne's Gray, or Black. At this point, I do not know. Yeah. I think honestly, that the war should be, like, solved. Just do what you wish, my fellow men. You like the dubbed? Watch it dubbed. You like subbed? Right on, my dudes. It doesn't matter what other people like. It's not hurting anyone. As far as I'm aware, anyways. I could be wrong. I always could be wrong. Yeah, honestly, this is, again, winging everything, and it's not because I'm just drawing birds, I swear, chat. It is literally how I live life. I don't know how to do a thing, we're just gonna jump in and hope for the best. Thank goodness I have ADHD. It helps so much, you wouldn't believe. It's like, I'm anxious about thing, how will I ever achieve? You know what, just brain turn off, impulse turn on, yep. It's like, screw it, just do it. Do. Which helps a little bit with anxiety. I'm a smidge. Just un poquito, if you will. And now we go and get white. Maybe make some gray. Great time. I do like a wash of like the color over it. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know yet. We shall see. Yeah, it's tricky, I think, to do this sort of like iridescence that the bird kind of has. Without actually like iridescent paint. But it's a nice challenge, I suppose. Yeah, painting is something else. To think that it's like, ah yes, let us ground up some rocks and sticks and leaves and then slather it on some dead plants and then we get like images. It's quite interesting to me. Okay. It's not terribly looking. I need some of that red. Red time. Come on. Need red for that bright red beak. Nope, that is too muddy. I'm gonna just do the whole orange. Whole beak orange and it's a little better. Or red. That's better. Probably need more aqua. Delightful. It's more of that, like, blue. Uh-oh. It's a bit bright. Don't panic. What does Bob Ross always say? Happy little accidents? Just truck along and vibe with the... Yeah, that's basically how art works. Don't overthink it. If you overthink it, it does not turn out well. It doesn't like when you do that. art's kind of got a mind of its own, and you just kind of push it in the direction you want, and sometimes it plays along. And sometimes it is just a struggle. You must work with the art, not against it. Be like a windsock in the wind. I don't know. Silly. I'm just being silly. Yeah, that's closer. It's a lot closer to what the bird actually looks like now that I'm looking at it. A lot better. Probably just need to, like, do more water. Uh-oh. That's not good. Is that good enough? Is that the right color? We will find out. Nope, needs a touch more white. More white. Always needs more white. Water. And we're gonna do a lily pad right there. Nope, I messed that up. That lily pad shouldn't be there. It should be here. Nope, needs more gray. Oh! And more white. And then I need a steady hand because my hand's shaking. Why is it shaking? That's not cool. Bit here and a touch there. Good enough. And we pray. Hope it is good enough. Gonna be tricky with all the blue. To make him pop. It's a bit better, closer to what we need. That's gonna be a pain. We just need more panes. Panes, black, gray, doesn't matter. Ooh, my red palette's not gonna like that. It's kind of black. And the bleeding begins. Kind of. We're getting there, somewhere. Don't know where yet, but somewhere. Oh. Yeah, we're just gonna play this off as ripples. The water shouldn't be this dark, but I need the contrast. Contrast. Yeah. More gray. More gray is needed. Yeah, just a lot of holding one's breath and praying. That is all that art is. Well, not all of it. It's shapes, colors, a lot. I was reading a story the other day, and I think someone was being like, I bet they don't even know what Fibonacci is, and I'm like, is as in one? It's not one thing, my dude. It's like 3 things. It's like the name of a scientist. It's a mathematical like number / equation thingy. It's like a shape that you use in art composition. Like, seems like you don't know what Fibonacci is, my dude. Like, chill. I don't know, that just stuck out to me at some point. I think just because composition, and earlier I was blabbing on about birds and how they're like closer to math than English grammar, as little sense as that makes. Values. Cries. Oh, good. I'm glad that the contrast is good on the screen. It's hard to tell sometimes, like, when I look up and, like, this wet spot looks completely the same as this spot, but on the screen it's, like, all shiny and glare. Ugh. Ooh. Oh well. And now we move on to a different bird. Where did I put the other birds? There they are. Green bros. The little parakeets. Because why not? Start out with like a little gold underpainting that I'll probably regret later, but it's fine. It's just it's a Futurama problem. Yep. That's what this is. This is a mistake. Pain's gray. No, it's bleeding. Oh god, get a tourniquet. Nope. Too much. Yeah, no. I was too hasty. I must be more like the Ents. Patience. Patience. It take like a few days just to say hello. I'll work on the other bird in the meantime. If I can find the red bastard. Where are you? There he is. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to mix the red from scratch. Because the red is really bright. Why is my phone going off? Jeez. No, it's too muddy. It burns. It's a little better. And I'll just cope with it. It's fine. We'll get that weird undercoat. It's alright. It's cool. It's definitely how I planned. Ooh. I'm doing now like a Scarlet Ibis, which is the other bird that was hunted to near extinction because of its pretty feathers. It's got like the stunning scarlet red feathers. And it's great. It's similar to like normal, it's pretty much the same as normal ibises, except that it's bright red, and they're pretty rare now, and you'd be extremely lucky to see one. A lot of people think Florida and they think flamingos, which is silly because I'm pretty sure flamingos are like more like North Africa, if I remember. I don't know, there's different sorts of flamingos, and the one that I'm remembering right now grew up like where there's a lot of salt and sand and a desert and something. So not flamingos, only at the Florida Zoo, at the Miami Zoo, or I guess any other zoo in the state. But nah, you want pink bird, water bird, spoonbill, or Scarlet Ibis. This is not quite how I wanted it to go, but oh well. We'll just hopefully that yellow, the orangish undercoat helps a little bit. I think it's a bit too muddy for my tastes, but whatever, it's fine. You probably can use it for the beak though, because the beak's more like a muddy color. And I'm just gonna do the little reflection thingy. Because why not? I don't know if I like how it has like this orange undertone, the red. Like, I like it, but not for this. Like, why are you in this painting, bro? That's not where you're supposed to. You know what? It's fine. It's life. And I guess we'll just have to vibe with it. That doesn't go at all weird. We really are just winging this nonsense. That is not the pink I needed or wanted in my life. That's better. Alright, muddy, it's, you know what, it's good enough. We're gonna go back to the parakeet. I cry. We could do like the Payne's Gray again. Without too much. Yeah, it's not as bloody. Boop. I don't like that wing shape. We gotta make it thicker. Thick. The lighting's probably all wrong for all these birds. You know what? It's too late to care about that now. And that's still wet. Why? Why you be this way? Why you gotta be cringe, my dude? Still bleeding everywhere. It's not cool. Cease. Cease this action at once. Oh well, as if the paints ever listened to me. Bruh, I I do wonder if, like, the old masters felt the same at all. They're just, like, angry screaming at that canvas, like, no, why won't you listen to me? Paint! Ah! Thinking, like, Raphael or Michelangelo being like, I don't like this piece, it's cringe. It amuses me. Okay, now why is the paper acting weird? Well, it's not smooth. Maybe some white can salvage this? Yeah, a little bit. Un poquito. It's not giving me that vivid green that I need. Why? Why must you be this way, paint? Just listen to me for like 2 seconds. Oh well. Just never meant to be. And that's gonna bleed, and I've made grave errors. Oh well. Not terrible. Not great, though. We go back to the ibis. Ibises are pretty cool. Oh, I do like how it's applying now. Much better. Less temper tantrumy. Less orange too, which is good. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that lasts. I honestly should have just looked up bird facts before the stream. It's only now occurring to me. That could have been so cool. But alas, this is not a nature documentary. I know, some of y'all were like, ooh, birds. Facts? Mahaps? No, sorry to disappoint. I'm not that one old British dude who's like, oh yes, here we have insert whatever random animal. They're doing animal things. Apparently one of my teachers, like, actually met the guy in Antarctica, because one of my teachers is cool that way, went to Antarctica. We've wintered over there for a while, spent the winter at, like, the South Pole, which I always think is really cool. Trust me, that guy's secretly like a time traveler. It's insane. I think one of like my classmates made like a little like story where he was hiding in Milwaukee and teaching like at the local art college to hide from like the time police, because who in their right mind would live in Milwaukee, right? So they made like a little comic and everything. It was great. It's like, that's why he went to Antarctica, just to hide out for like a year or two. Because you literally cannot reach the South Pole when it's the winter. You're stuck there forever. Time to do purple, which I am not looking forward to. Okay, maybe a little. That's, no. My hopes dashed, crushed a bit. You know what? We're just gonna have to roll with this. It's probably that my palette's too saturated with stuff now. Oh, cringe, but I don't have to get up and wash it off. It's too much. We'll just use that. Yep, that's going to work. trying and vibing. Oops, too muddy again. Go start it. You know what? That just made it worse. We will try. It's a bit better, little bit better. Stop. My phone. Rip. I need more white because it is now just sad pink. And more red. I have fucked it up because it's contaminated with white now. Oh well. We vibing. We're getting there. Yeah, cleaning up the palette definitely helped, I think. By how much? Who can say? Not me. Okay, maybe a bit. Time. Yeah, this, if you're new here, I just sing randomly, just in a sing-songy voice. You can't stop. Feathers, contrast, yeah, just inner monologue, feather, color, contrast, bit of this, bit of that. Very engaging, I know. We're vibing, we're getting there. Just gonna, yeah. You know what? That needs to be brighter. So we'll just slop some yellow. It's probably a bad idea. Maybe some white will fix my problems. I doubt it. But we can try. Nope, that didn't fix anything. You know what? It's just gonna be a very orange one. Orange ibis, yes. Cringe. That's not what I need. Oh well. We are currently just doing our best. You know, maybe I just need to undercoat, like lighten this up a ton, let it dry, and then paint over my mistakes instead of blending my mistakes. Perhaps. And maybe actually look at my reference instead of winging it as much as I am. It's very expressive. Can't really. No, that's not gonna work. I don't know how to stop the glare. I don't know how to share the color without the glare, but okay, it's fine. We're gonna do the parakeet for now. Maybe. Why was the spoonbill so much easier than this? Should have just done the water, now that I think about it. Oh well. I said we're gonna work on the parakeet, and then I lie. Deception. Okay, now we work on the parakeet. No, I went too far. And then we need a little of this awkward aqua. Alright, the thing's still wet. I always forget. Needs more blue. Needs way more blue. It's almost like a gray blue. Which is annoying. Oh, that's just more green. I mean, I'll take it. But still. Blue. Maybe some purple, honestly. Might be what I need in this. Some white. Yeah. It's better. Yeah, much better. Really not quite how it's supposed to go, but okay. We vibe, we work, we live. Might have to take a break from this. Who can say? think I'll just, rough in the backroad water and then call it a night so that I don't overwork the piece. Maybe come back to it tomorrow? We shall see. That's not blue enough. Not blue enough. Needs to be more blue. It's better, I think. It's a bit too dark, but whatever. We'll have to lighten it up. Just do the little triangle. Oh, it is bleeding. That's fine, it's future Rafa's problem. See if I can't, like, just white out the ibis a bit for tomorrow. So at the end of October are going to do tour. Who's gonna do a tour? A tour? Who? Oh, soon I think I will call it quits. I'm curious what you mean by tour though, before you we head out. Secrets. Anyhow, I think that's going to be all for this evening. Let's try and clean a little bit of this palette so it's usable tomorrow. So at the end of October are going on a tour. Yay! So far not bad. I think that I really like how the spoonbill and the little water guy, this little blue guy, I forgot what they're called, has turned out. I do need to push the contrast. Yeah. Other than that, I think it's like a sketchbook review. Oh, you're doing a sketchbook tour. Oh, cool. That's neat. Yeah, I need to do one of those at some point, but I've like also a ton of sketchbooks. So, and yeah, I guess one of these streams I could just go through it if you guys would like, through some of my sketchbooks. You can see how I've grown or not. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me this evening. It's been a pleasure, as always. Stay safe, stay dry, stay healthy, and have a good evening.